Austin is once again a top 10 city for having the most talented people working in the tech industry. It beat out other Texas cities like Dallas-Fort Worth and Houston.
That is good news for local companies and people who are looking for jobs. But as KXAN's Eugene Cho found out, while Austin is doing a lot of things right, there is still room for improvement.
Talent, infrastructure, and foreign money.
CBRE's Spencer Levy says excelling in those areas make you a great tech city. Austin's doing well with venture capital, but
the infrastructure in Austin needs to get better. I would say that's a factor that may ultimately impede some future growth for the city.
With talent,
Austin is a net brain drain city, even though it's such a wonderful place to do business.
The number of students we train in Austin versus the number of jobs is pretty high.
At UT Austin, about 40% of its computer science graduates stay in Austin. The department chair says about 20% go to the Bay Area.
I thought I was going to stay in Austin. I never ever thought I was going to leave Texas, to be honest.
Alexa Larson went to UT. She now works at a tech company in San Francisco. She says no matter where you go for 20-somethings.
It's super competitive.
The game industry likes to always hire senior talent. They always like to go for the hunt for the senior talent. And I'm always trying to convince them that it's good to be a farmer and that you can just, raise some really great talent.
Levy says seeing so many graduates leave shows there's still room for Austin's tech industry to expand.
Austin needs to continue to grow and grow its companies,
so they can hire even more people. Eugene Cho, KXAN News.
According to the CBRE report, Austin added 3,000 tech jobs in 1 year, bringing the total number now to more than 72,000. But we're still considered a smaller market. For some perspective, that is 1/5 the total number of tech jobs in the San Francisco Bay Area. Starting salaries are a little difficult to nail down among tech companies, but some friends created Levels.fyi to crowdsource employees' salaries in Silicon Valley. Basically, people send them their employment history, their level salary, and their compensation, and the website tracks and calculates what a person at a certain level should make. So we picked 3 different companies that have a large presence in Austin. Google entry-level engineers, or L3S employees, total $188,000 in compensation. That is their salary, stock, and everything included. The similar experience level for Facebook employees checks in at about $170,000 a year. And Apple entry-level grads see closer to $160,000 per year.
Local tech companies are bringing in talent because workers can get more by living in Austin. Hire.com looked at the industry. Only 5 markets have a higher average starting salary than Austin this year. San Francisco takes the top spot at $145,000 a year. And here's what the average worker salary would be if adjusted for the cost of living in San Francisco. Austin, by this standard, is clearly the best at more than $100,000. The closest equivalent is Denver at more than $180,000. Seattle, Los Angeles, and Chicago are the next best.